and thank you, Selena. You can call the meeting to order and take roll call. What we're going to do today is just provide a little bit of background as to why we are calling a meeting of the Boulder Urban Renewal Authority and what the purpose of the meeting is before you go on to the rest of your agenda. But you want to kick things off, David, and get us formally organized, then we'll jump into it.
Okay, this is David Beek. I'd like to call to order meeting of the Boulder Urban Renewal Authority on Tuesday, October 28th, 2025 for a special meeting. And I guess I'll take a roll call. Tara Weiner.
Present.
And Tom Clenow.
Present.
Do I need to take a roll call for the others on the call?
Not. That is your board.
Okay, and I will turn things over to Mark Wolf to describe what the purpose of the meeting is and take things from there.
And then, sorry to interrupt, Mark, just so everyone knows, my name is Sarah Geiger. I joined the city attorney's office at the end of April. And Mark, if you were designated as the secretary, I assume you were going to bring that up, but just to let everyone on the board know, that'd be great.
Yes. The theme of today is some housekeeping, and that is one of them is instead of the city manager, you get me. And again, just so you all know, I'm Mark Wolf, our assistant city manager, that will serve as the secretary for Bureau for this meeting and going forward, just to help us move things. And I'm joined by some new faces as well, in addition to Sarah, which is she's been awesome. Now it's been at least 6 months, Sarah?
Not quite. I think my first day was April 28th, but
okay,
getting there.
Jumping right in, helping us with all things economic development, including Bureau. You have met Jennifer and Selena previously. I know we've got Elliot, Marcella, and Regan. If you want to just introduce yourselves really quickly, and we'll get into it.
Sure. Hi, everyone. Regan Brown. I have been with the Community Vitality Department for going on 4 years now, but I will be transitioning into the city manager's office, working on economic development initiatives. So we'll be very involved with Bureau moving forward. Nice to meet everyone.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, I am Marisela Parrayes. I am an Economic Vitality Program Manager working with Jennifer. I joined the city about 2.5 months ago. Happy to be here, and we'll continue working with economic development and the new organization of the city manager's office.
Nice to meet you.
Good evening or afternoon. I'm losing track of time. I've been at a conference. I think it's all coming together. Elliot Labonte, currently in Community Vitality with Regan, and we'll be following Regan over to City Manager's office, also working on economic development. So looking forward to working with you all in the very near future.
Nice to meet you, Elliot.
All right.
Should I introduce? Hi, everyone. I'm
I didn't see you, Matt.
Hiding in the corner.
Apologies.
Not at all. My name is Matt Jazansky. I'm also with Community Vitality, helping to get things set up for your next steps.
Nice to meet you, Matt.
All right. Now we're ready to roll. So hopefully we are sticking within the hour today. This is your formal agenda. So David, you'll roll through these here soon. I'll provide a little context, and I'll pop this agenda back up in a second. You really have 2 main items to take action on today. You'll be considering 2 different resolutions. One is to authorize the Bureau Executive Director to negotiate and execute agreements related to our condition studies We'll explain a little bit more about that. And then also preparing us for the future by amending bylaws to look at the number of commissioners. So we'll explain the purpose as to why we're here and calling this meeting, but this is to try and take some burden off of all of you and to help get us, I would call, modernize our urban renewal authority. So some recent context for you. 2025, 2026 city council priorities listed 2 that really hit and intersect with Bureau. One is creating an economic development plan and enhancing our programs. This includes developing new strategies to support economic vitality across the city, addressing commercial vacancies, broadening small business support, and expanding our tools, which will be very relevant to our conversation today. And then also thinking about the health and vibrancy of our commercial areas, enhancing connections between the Hill and the downtown, and exploring those new tools to support healthy commercial areas across the city. We've had a couple council conversations, as Tara will remember, one in April, updating our economic vitality strategy. That included a conversation around our commercial district analysis. Both of those documents called for further exploration of using tax incremental financing, which is the mechanism behind urban renewal. It's also the mechanism behind a proposed downtown development authority. So we are considering the use of both of those tools moving forward. And we heard good support from council at that meeting, and also with a call to move even faster. So you'll see Jennifer and I have some help and support. So we've moved some things around internally to help really advance the work of economic development across the city. And with that will be some updating of our tools. And so we continued that exploration into July, where council received a more detailed update on several of these items, including expanded incentives, our work towards a downtown development authority, and then briefed them on the steps needed to consider urban renewal going forward, which we have supported through research, and a huge, thanks especially to Sarah and Jennifer and Matt, which have really helped us get to this point today in figuring out the steps we need to take to support Bureau into the future. And I won't spend a ton of time on this, but just so you know, this is one initiative in the context of a broader constellation of work that we are doing. We are looking at new ways to support our small businesses' interaction with the city through process improvement. We are engaged with a consultant to provide some analysis to that end, better communication across the board. Our affordable commercial program pilot is well underway. And so thinking about the future of that work, individual district support, thinking about the evolution of our general improvement districts, how they can continue to support maintenance and capital projects and other general business support within these areas. And then economic development work, which I mentioned a lot of this, but a number of those kind of district geographic based tools that we are looking into, Bureau being one of those that is available to us. So in order to get us to the point to be able to use urban renewal, we have some steps to take. I think the good news and what we have learned is this board, through your existing authority, can take several actions to help set us up for the future. One is to help advance this work. So if we are to consider generally urban renewal, not saying whether or not we actually have areas that we will use urban renewal, but just to consider urban renewal, you all can take some steps today to set us up for that analysis. There will be a time in the future where we would consider whether or not to establish new urban renewal areas. But that work can't happen with this composition of the board. We will have to make some structural changes to get under compliance with state law in order to establish new urban renewal areas. So our goal with a couple resolutions that you'll see today, one is to allow us to move some of the work forward to do the study, to consider whether or not there are potential new urban renewal areas within the city. And the other is really focused on the structure of the board and amending our bylaws to put us in the position to be able to recruit for new bureau members in our normal board and commission window for recruitment in December and January. We'll have a lot of appointments to make as we'll be expanding the board composition to comply with state law from our current 5 seats to 13. And we'll explain a little bit more about that. So that's really the purpose today. Happy to get into more of the content on the individual topics. Happy to take questions on kind of the overview here. Otherwise, we'll go through the agenda, and Jennifer will be providing a little bit more detail on the 2 resolutions that you'll be considering.
I do have a question, Mark. If we can't really appoint any new bureau members until December, January, I don't know whether there are any meetings that are proposed to review applicant requests between now and then. I am concerned about continuing to be the chairperson if I have to recuse myself in the event that the firm that I'm working for now, which is Coburn Partners, Coburn Architecture, and also I don't know whether a former client of mine as an applicant would disqualify me from serving, but both of those seem like they might be conflicts of interest, and if I were the chairperson and if there are only 3 of us needed for a quorum, that is a concern to me.
Yeah, I appreciate that, David. And something we might be able to follow up on with Sarah here. I think the good news is that we don't have any pending applications that will require this board's review, at least in the next few months. Certainly that could change, but not at the moment. So the additional meeting, you'll need at least 1 additional meeting to consider some of the changes that we'll talk about, but it will be focused on these types of changes and not individual development review applications.
Sounds good. Anyone else have any questions? Okay, do you want me to go from here, Mark?
Yeah, you can take it from here and we can go through the agenda. I'll stop sharing and I'll pop back up the slides as we need them.
Okay. Well, I was planning to read from that slide to go through the
And I'll bring it up now.
Well, okay, so first item on the agenda is to approve the minutes from our September 6th, 2024 meeting. I assume that we can just approve those on a roll call vote and not need to read them into the record. Is that correct?
Yeah, you just need a motion and a second technically, but yeah, you don't need to read them.
I would like to
Okay.
move to approve the minutes from the, what was it, September, trying to find the date here, sorry.
Sixth.
September 6th, 2024 meeting of Bureau.
I'll second that.
Second.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, minutes have been approved. The next is consider of the resolution authorizing Bureau Executive Director to negotiate and execute agreements to conduct condition studies. And do we need to read that resolution into the record?
We can, or if you'd like, I can talk up through it a little bit. I know everybody, we sent the packet. Did everybody have a chance to look through it?
Mhm.
I
Okay.
did, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So would you like me to read through these, or do we want to go right to the resolution?
I say
I'm
resolution.
comfortable going right to it. How about
Okay.
the other board members?
Yep, I'm
So it's a-
comfortable with that.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
So Mark, maybe the next couple of slides, I have the resolution or a suggested motion. One more.
You want me to read it?
sure.
Okay, I move to adopt Bureau Resolution 1, I think that's 1, Series 2025, a resolution authorizing the Boulder Urban Renewal Authority to negotiate and execute agreements for the purposes of commissioning and conducting one or more condition studies to determine in areas within the boundaries of the city of Boulder meet prerequisites appropriate for urban renewal areas under the urban renewal law and to assist with the creation of new urban renewal areas.
Actually,
What?
I think we're missing just a couple words before the Boulder Urban Renewal
Did I
Authority. It should
skip
be
a sentence?
it should be, the slide just doesn't have it should be the executive director.
I have the updated
Sorry about
language
that,
in front of
Tara.
me. I can read it.
Okay, you can read it.
Okay, I move to adopt Bureau Resolution 1, Series 2025, a resolution authorizing the executive director of the Boulder Urban Renewal Authority
exactly.
to negotiate and execute agreements for the purposes of commissioning and conducting one or more condition studies to determine if areas within the boundaries of the city of Boulder meet prerequisites appropriate for urban renewal areas under the urban renewal law and to assist with the creation of new urban renewal areas.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
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 Aye. The motion passes.
Thanks for catching that, Sarah.
So do we want to go to the second? So the second resolution, this is just an introduction and an opportunity if anybody wants to discuss it. And this resolution would be to amend the bylaws to expand the number of commissioners to comply with current state regulations. We need 2 meetings in order to pass this resolution. So this would require a motion to consider it at the next meeting. And then we'll want to talk about setting up a meeting within the next week or so, whenever anybody's available to do that at the next bureau meeting.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions about expanding the Bureau board to 13 members? I actually have a question about that. So well, I assume that Mark will be acting as the executive director. Is that what you said in your introduction? Or is,
It's actually the city manager
okay,
now who's currently the executive director.
Okay.
So Mark's the acting secretary, but
okay. And city council is also going to be involved in making those appointments or making some number of those appointments. And then the rest of them will be members that are listed in the resolution. Is that correct?
right, so the statute requires the mayor to appoint 10 of the members and have the governing body, so that would be city council, ratify those. appointments and approve them. And to your question earlier, David, the mayor actually appoints the chair as well for the
Okay.
next round of appointments.
Okay,
And then the other three must be representatives of taxing authorities within the city and the potential urban renewal areas. So that would be an appointed person who is elected to the school board, one of the county commissioners, and then a representative of the other special taxing districts.
okay. And so our board won't really be involved in any of those appointments, is that correct?
I think that's up to potentially counsel you all and what I haven't been involved here in the specific recruitment efforts and appointments, but it does leave room if council's interested in having you all review and or be involved in that process to some extent.
Okay, maybe we could make suggestions to the mayor if he's having trouble finding people who are interested in serving on the board. But apart from that, I don't know whether there'd be a role for us. Okay. So is there another resolution that you'd like one of us to make a motion of?
Yeah, it would be for this second resolution. And here's the
Okay.
suggested motion.
I can read it. Is this the real one or just kidding?
This one looks accurate, yes.
Okay. I move to consider the amended bylaws as presented today at the next bureau meeting, during which time a resolution will be presented to amend the bylaws.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion that's been seconded. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay, that motion passes.
Great. This is our, go ahead, Sarah.
I was gonna say, do you all wanna talk about dates for the next meeting while we're on?
Sure.
Sure. We want to schedule that now to save everybody some back and forth.
There's only three of us. Let's do it.
That would be
Okay.
great.
Did you want to do it next week? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, we could do it as early as next week. I'll just throw out a few suggestions and see how they land. Is that okay?
Go.
Yep.
Wednesday the 5th at noon.
Good for me.
I can't do Wednesday the 5th at noon.
Thursday the 6th at 9 a.m.
Good for me.
Good here.
Me as well. Jennifer, what's the backlog for the publication? Because I know we got to get a notice in the Boulder Camera, right? Or Selena, I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, so go ahead, Jennifer.
No, go ahead, Selena.
So I could probably put one in for this upcoming weekend. And I think that'll cover us at least.
Okay. Great,
Okay.
thank you.
Thursday, the 6th at 9 works for me too.
Great. All right, we will plan on that.
Great.
It should be a really short meeting because it's just the bylaws, right?
Yes.
Because we're not gonna have the IGA done by then, but,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it'll be quick, and then this slide just previews, and this will come a little bit later. I think the simplest way to describe this is there will be activities that will cost money that the city will need to cover on behalf of Bureau before there's we're several steps away, but in the event that new urban renewal areas are created, we'll want to create an IGA that establishes some ground rules for the reimbursement if the city covers bureau activities. So it's pretty standard relationship between urban renewals and municipalities. And so we'll be putting that together. That likely is your last official action that we'll need before the end of the year, before we can do those appointments. So just look for that. We'll provide more information, but just wanted to give you a sense of that last piece.
And that's an IGA between the city of Boulder and Bureau? Is that
That's correct. Yeah, because they are technically separate entities.
Okay.
Quick question.
All right.
Do we think we only need 30 minutes or the full hour?
I think 30 should be adequate.
Sounds like it. Okay. Does that conclude today's business, Mark?
It sure does.
We're a fast bunch.
Yeah, you're all very efficient.
Okay, so do we need a motion to adjourn then?
I would
I'll
like
make that
to,
motion.
yeah, go ahead. I'll second it, David.
Okay. All right, all in favor? Aye.
Hi.
Aye.
All right. We are adjourned. Thank you very much, everyone.
Take care,
Thank
everybody.
you
We'll
all.
talk soon.
Appreciate your time today.
Thank
Bye,
you.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.